All right, the Trump administration is gearing up to tackle the immigration crisis. I hope, I hope they're not just distracted and just chasing people who are chasing them. I hope that we get to a better place. So let's talk about that and what we actually need to be talking about.
We did it. Shout out to y'all, man. We hit that 1-to-1. Shout out to Jay for enforcing the 1-to-1. Throw them 100s in the chat. That's what's good. That is what is good.
New York City is probably the largest sanctuary city in the United States. The mayor there, though, is not in favor of that. Democrat Mayor Eric Adams. He believes that it's time to come together in a way that's not making him popular. Listen.
Here, committing crimes, robberies, shooting at police officers, raping innocent people, have been a harm to our country. And I would love to sit down with the border czar and hear his thoughts on how we're going to address those who are harming our citizens.
I don't know why that makes him some kind of traitor, by the way. In New York City, 60,000 undocumented migrants are wanted for deportation because they have been convicted of a crime or are facing criminal charges beyond the illegal.
Now, let me ask y'all this. How many people saw the Forbes interview with Eric Adams? Did you guys see the Forbes, the interview that they posted on Forbes? If you guys saw that, let me know. If you guys didn't, give me a thumbs down. Man, they was they was coming at Big E kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? They was coming at Big E kind of crazy. I was dying laughing. You know, Big E handled it, but it was funny.
Entry. I don't know what they've been convicted or charged with, but over 1,000 of them are suspected of being gang members. So, will Holman meet with Adams? What does he believe can be done? And I also want to ask him about one other thing, which is unaccompanied minors, which were a problem under the Trump administration last time, as well as they are now. So, Trump's incoming border czar, Tom Homan. Welcome back, sir. I hope Thanksgiving was good. I wish you and the family well for the holidays.
Thank you. Same to you, Chris.
So, is Adams right? Will you work with him, and is there a fix?
I'll meet with him. I've yet talked to him. I actually plan on calling him tonight, but I'll probably call him right after the show. But he's reached out to me a couple of times. I've been on travel, but I plan on calling him either tonight or first thing in the morning. I certainly will meet with him. I'm looking for partnerships. I'm not looking for enemies. And I think we both have the same concern on the rising illegal alien crime rate in New York City. I want to help him address that.
Do you believe that you can get the bad guys without sweeping up a lot of not bad guys, except for the fact that they came into the country illegally and all the things that go along with breaking up families, breaking up workplaces, the risks that you know very well?
Well, look, like I said on the first show, our priority right out of the gates is criminal aliens, ones who are here illegally that committed a crime. And that's why I'm happy that the mayor's reached out, because if they can help us arrest the bad guy in the safety and security of their jails, work with their law enforcement, that means less officers in the streets, less officers in the communities. But when a sanctuary is releasing illegal aliens with a
Now, I got to ask you guys this question again, because Tom Homan and the Trump people, for the most part, have been pretty consistent, right? They've been pretty consistent in how they plan on doing this and the prioritization of how this is going to work. So here is my question for you all. Why is the mainstream media running with the narrative that all immigrants are in danger as a result of these quote unquote mass deportation discussions? I'm going to ask you guys this question. When it comes to this mass deportation operation, who are going to be the targeted priorities? Let me know in the chat who are going to be the targeted priorities.
Back to the streets. That forces the men and women of ICE to go into communities. And when they find the bad guy, most likely they're going to be with others. And ICE officers are not going to walk away.
Exactly. Shout out to Mr. J. Facts. Yeah. For one, illegals are criminals, right? They initially broke a law coming into the country, right? Second of all, they've already said that the first priority that they have is to get rid of the criminals and the gang members, the people that have been convicted of crimes. And then it's going to go in a descending order of people who are the highest to least social threat. But like Misty Red said, but there's a prioritization. So if you are legal, if you've used legal pathways in a legal channel, you are not under any threat. But the mainstream media is trying to combine all these people as if they're all the same. Make it make sense.
Somebody's here illegally, standing there in front of them. So if he wants less collateral arrests, That's what working together is going to prevent more collateral arrest, because we're going to have the bad guy in our hands from the beginning and not have to go search for him.
One of the pictures that moves both sides of this issue are when you see the kids that show up often unaccompanied, or somebody's pretending that they're unaccompanied. This was a problem under the Trump administration, as it is during the Biden administration. They're both in the very high 80s of the percentages of people, of these kids who would come and be released with a sponsor. Biden low 80s, Trump high 80s. The Flores settlement makes it difficult to change this, which is a big reason that the number was as high or higher under Trump. How do you deal with that? Because it is a big enticement to send kids here that they will get released in the country.
Well, look, I think Congress can fix it by simply changing the TVPRA, the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, which had a good intention. And what that says is when a child comes across the border alone or with the help of a cartel, we got to ascertain they're a victim of trafficking. And if they are, they get special rights, and it takes years to go through this.
Oh man, shout out to Carlton, bro. That's facts. That's hilarious. Hold on, we gotta give you the game master drop.
You cheated! I'm going to start on you!
Shout out to MC Fact. What's good with it, bro?
In most cases. However, they could change that law and make it real simple. If you're a child from Mexico that comes across the border, or Canada, and you're ascertained not to be a victim of trafficking, you just come to the country illegally, illegal entry, and you're not a victim of trafficking, children from Mexico and Canada can be immediately removed. But you're from any other country, you get a whole new process that takes years, and they found that loophole, they're taking advantage of it. So I think Congress could easily fix that by treating children from all over the world the same as we treat children from Mexico. Yeah. That will stop the flow. As far as
I agree with MC Fact. Facts. If you guys agree with MC Facts, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. If they're illegal, send them back. Absolutely. Because there are legal pathways available. They're doing illegal deals to get here. They're doing business with criminal smugglers and the cartel. Then they're committing other crimes coming into the country, not using the legal pathway. You know what I'm saying? And just leaving the kids all over the place is just wild to me. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you have not hit the bell and subscribe to the channel, take a moment, hit the bell and subscribe to the channel. We got 88 people watching. We got 71 likes. That is what's up. We are close to that 1-to-1 ratio. All we need is 17. All right. So if 17 people could hit the like button, that would be great. Share the stream to your social media. That would be great. Let's go.
the Florida settlement agreement for the family units, let us detain families in a non-jail setting, an open-air campus setting, like we did under Obama administration.
Look, shout out to MC Fact. MC Fact said, "What's up? Do you think we can work in the eating the cat song?" Hey, y'all know how much it costs for a hot dog meal? You know what I'm saying? $10 a pop, $10 a plate.
Administration. It took about 40 days for them to see a judge and have the case heard, and of course 90% lost. We sent them home, and guess what? The family stopped coming. It wasn't until the Ninth Circuit said, "No, you can only hold for 20 days," which isn't enough time to see a judge.
Yeah, shout out to Venting the Truth. Shout out to DSB. Yeah, facts. Venting the Truth says, you can tell who has a family who came here illegally. These illegal aliens are smart. They want to hook up with Americans as well. Yeah, shout out to J Lord. I saw a comment that J Lord had posted. J Lord said that there's some YouTube channels or something like that out there where like they talk about like the methods to get here and they be punking us or something like that. If you can send me videos or post or something like that from those channels, people in the Discord or whatever, send me that stuff and we'll definitely take a look at it. You know what I'm saying? Also, if you like the content on this channel, make sure you take a moment and subscribe to the channel that's called Undocumented. If one of the mods could put the link to that channel into the chat, that would be great. Also, like I said, after this stream, don't move a muscle. It'll take you right into the premiere window of the next video that's coming.
litigate that?
decision got to
Will
the
you take that?
cartels.
Will you litigate
Absolutely.
Flores to the Supreme Court? Because Congress, I don't think Congress is going to act on this. I think they're going to be distracted by all these investigations and things that are almost certain to ramp up again. I don't want you to comment on that. I want to keep you on your own job. But Tom, I just wanted to have you on as a make good on the commitment that I will talk to you on this show about what's going on. And you're not even in office yet. Whenever you want, because the issue matters so much to the audience. So you are welcome here, and I'm welcome personally all the time too. You tell me when to come, I'll be there.
You get it. Well, I'll be there any offer you make. I'm trying to talk to as many people as I can about what we're trying to do and why we're doing it. And children are the big reason I get emotional. I'm so serious about this issue. I'm tired of children dying in that border. I'm tired of children being sexually assaulted by some animals in these cartels. I'm also tired of 300,000 children that were released into this country by this administration that they lost track of. That's one of the things Trump committed to, is we want to try to find these kids. And some of them will be in human trafficking, some will be in forced labor, some will be in forced sex slavery. We got to rescue these kids and get them back to their families. That's why I fight so hard. It's about...
Oh, there you go, MC Fact. You better thank a channel member. You better thank a channel member. You better thank a channel member. Shout out to J007. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure you guys show J007 some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat, and some dogs and cats in the chat for J007 for funding the organization. All right, I got y'all. We about to get 2 minutes of cat and dog. Let's
eat the cat. Eat the cat. In Springfield.
So don't push me, ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the... Said it was some Haitians, somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels.
Have you seen Garfield?
Eat the cat.
Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me when my cat is cough it up like a hairball.
Eat the cat.
I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter.
Eating the dog.
Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit. Overseas where they said Hello Kitty, but it ain't there, it's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing and where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took with that? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And they eat the cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
The cat.
Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat.
Drop that cat.
Shout out to J007, bro, and shout out to DSB. Y'all killing it. Funding the organization. Definitely appreciate it.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes.
It's about children. It's about death on that border. While you and I are talking right now, there are females being sexually assaulted by members.
Yeah, okay. Shout out to J Lord and shout out to Mr. J. Vega Access channel. I'm gonna have to check this out. All right, so y'all be watching this. If y'all see any good videos over there, y'all know what to do. Shoot them to me. Hit the Discord link. You know what I'm saying? The Discord is pinned in the chat. All right. Also, make sure you follow me on my other social media. And if you have a wrench, you can post stuff with links. So if y'all see something, just post in the comment section or something.
Members of the cartel is part of their payment to get into the country. A child will die in the next couple of days on that border. We got to secure that border and save lives, and that's why we're doing what we're doing.
Tom, I'm here for it. Let me know. I'll be right down there and showing people the reality as soon as you're ready. And until then, you're always welcome here to make the case. Thank you very much, sir.
Deal. Got it.
Hey.
All right, so there's that. All right, so now we about to get into the Eric Adams segment. They coming at my head, son. They coming at my head, B. You know what I'm saying? They coming at my head. They don't like the position I got, son. They don't like the position I got. You know what I'm saying? They trying to take me off my square.
City Mayor Eric Adams facing backlash from some Democrats for aligning himself with some of the policies of President-elect Donald Trump.
Among them being open
to deporting migrants who commit crimes. Fox's Morgan McKay joins us now with a closer look at where the mayor now stands on this issue. A lot of people are concerned and raising their eyebrows that he's moving to the right.
Yeah, exactly. And Mayor Eric Adams, Stephen Natasha, not only backing many of President-elect Donald Trump's border policies, he's also taking aim at prominent Democrats who he said stayed silent about the migrant crisis, and has this to say about President Joe Biden's recent pardon of his son, Hunter Biden.
President Biden and President-elect Donald Trump now agree on things. The Biden Justice Department has been politicized.
Mayor Eric Adams reading this line from the New York Times, emphasizing that it proves his argument that the federal corruption charges brought against him were politically motivated.
Rest my case.
Ever since the indictment was unsealed, Adams has insisted.
Eric Adams crazy. Oh man, Eric Adams wild, man. Eric Adams is a wild dude, man.
That he became a target of the Biden administration after he openly criticized their handling of the migrant crisis. But now, with President-elect Donald Trump set to take office in about a month, Adams, in a rare move, took this opportunity to reference the charges he is facing.
Every day before I do off topics, my lawyer said, "Don't you do it. I can't answer and defend myself." That's the hardest thing. But life is kind. There's going to be an opportunity one day.
But Adams' comments are making waves among Republicans, with conservatives posting clips of Adams embracing the incoming administration. Elon Musk even reposting this clip of Adams blasting Democrats like former President Barack Obama for being too afraid to speak out about the migrant crisis.
In the era of cancel culture, no one's afraid to be honest about the truth. Well, cancel me. Because I'm going to protect the people of the city.
Look, Eric Adams got up in front of that microphone.
Turn this bitch up!
Swing the remix God!
I'll tear this bitch up! Turn this bitch up! I will! Turn this bitch up! I will! Turn this bitch up! I'll tear this bitch up!
But Adams' comments are not getting quite the same reaction here locally. Democratic Councilman Bob Holden says that if Adams really does support deporting migrants who commit crimes, then he should act now.
He's got to put his money where his mouth is. Hash out some regulations where we could work with Immigration and Customs Enforcement and compare notes with the NYPD.
But while Adams leans into a new Trump administration, other Democrats are making moves. State Assemblywoman Crimecast Reyes introducing a bill to enshrine parts of the Sanctuary City Ordinance into state law.
Now look at this. You see some of the people in New York City trying to enshrine the Sanctuary City law into state law. You guys see that? So what people need to do is pay close attention to these politicians who are doing this.
Woman Crimecast Reyes introducing a bill to enshrine parts of the Sanctuary City Ordinance into state law. She says to protect undocumented immigrants who are only looking to receive city services.
I think some of the comments are.
Hey, listen here, son. We ain't got no choice, son. They coming at our head, B. You know what I'm saying? They out here acting 730. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to do out here. Word of mother.
Are misinformed. The moment you kind of deputize state and city agencies to do the work of ICE, it just makes it more difficult for that work, the mission of the agencies, whatever that may be, it may be law enforcement, to operate to its full.
Now, Adams also working to set up meetings with some of the incoming administration officials like Tom Homan, the incoming border czar.
All right, so there's that. All right. So next, what we about to do is we about to take a look at this little clip from this Forbes, from the Forbes channel. And I really hope that the one part that I want to show y'all, I really hope that part is in there, because y'all gonna be dying laughing. Y'all gonna be dying laughing. I hope it's in here. I don't know if it is or not, but we're gonna check it out. All right, let's go.
The governor is the chief executive of the state of New York. And if she puts in place a ban that we are required to follow, we're going to do that. If she leaves it up to, like we've done in Albany before, a city of X number of people.
Shout out to John Guillory. What's good with it, bro? And real quick, shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. We got 71 people watching and we got 71 likes. We back on the 1-to-1. That's what's good. Please throw them 100s in the chat. If y'all haven't smashed the like button yet, take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell and shared, please do that as well.
They can make their determination, then we are not ready to make that decision yet, because we need to get it right. And others tried and others failed. Now, we have a history of trying and succeeding, like Willis Point, like Brooklyn Army Terminal. You know, we've been able to land all these planes. I will ask the governor, let me do it so it's right. And then the other state can follow me, because we're going to get it right. We're not going to do it and then have to go backwards. So I would, in my conversation with the governor, she hasn't mentioned that to me, I would share with the governor, give me an opportunity to get it right, and then the rest of the state can follow what I'm doing, because trust me, we won't go backwards when we get it right.
Our second question,
Yes.
I know on Liz's question, you seem to say that you are going to be open to deporting asylum seekers who've been charged with a crime, but you want to talk with the border czar. I just want to make sure that we got that right. And then in regards to meeting with the border czar, has Homan responded to your request for a meeting, and is there one on the books?
This wasn't new. I've always stated I wanted to address those who commit crimes. That's always been
charged. You're open to.
I'm open to having a conversation on how you will implement that. You got a guy, he's on camera shooting a police officer. I don't want that guy in my city. Plain and simple. You got a guy that rapes one young lady, gets out, and go rape another person. I don't want them in the city.
Did Homan respond to your request for
yes, he did. Yeah. And actually, I think he was on one of my favorite stations, Fox. Talking about that he's looking forward something about that I reached out, and that he's looking forward to me this week or next week. So and we communicated this morning, and
the Angry Black Men's Book Club profile name got me dead.
He stated that once he settles here, we'll reach out and we'll coordinate. Our teams will coordinate for the most part.
Thank you. Hi, Mr. Mayor.
How are you?
All right. Two questions on the immigration deportation front.
Listen to this. I think this is it. Listen to this. Y'all about to be dying laughing. Listen to this part right here. Watch this. Watch this.
Yes.
First, so in your view, someone is a criminal if they have been charged with a crime, because you yourself have been charged with crimes, right? But so that's one question. The other is, if you were a law-abiding asylum seeker in New York City, someone who's doing the best they can to get ahead, all of that, sending their kids to school, would you be scared about?
Did y'all hear what she said? If y'all heard what she said, give me a thumbs up. If y'all didn't, give me a thumbs down. Listen real closely to what she said. You see the blonde lady right there in the front with the deep voice that be on ABC 5? Even she turned around and looked at her kind of crazy. Look, watch.
And deportation front.
Yes.
First, so in your view, someone is a criminal if they have been charged with a crime, because you yourself have been charged with crimes, right? But so that's one question. The other is, if you were a law-abiding.
Oh yeah, Eric Adams getting Eric Adams getting the grift on heavy. He getting the grift on heavy. He loving it. He trolling. He grifting. You know what I'm saying?
Someone who's doing the best they can to get ahead.
Yes.
All of that, sending their kids to school. Would you be scared about the prospect?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to DMW shots. Right. That's what I'm saying. But listen to his response though. Y'all about to die laughing. Y'all about to die laughing. Listen to what. Watch Eric Adams go off. It's about to be hilarious.
Okay, two things. First part. I'm an American.
See, look, you already know when you already know when the old black dude be like, "What the hey?" When that come before the rest of the sentence, it's on and popping. Watch this.
The prospect of the incoming administration.
Okay, two things. First part. I'm an American. Americans have certain rights. The Constitution is for Americans. And I'm not a person that snuck into this country. My ancestors have been here for a long time. And I don't know if that's your blouse is made of cotton, but they used to pick some of that.
Eric Adams wildin'. Hey, Eric Adams. Eric Adams got to do his Frank Lucas. Eric Adams got to do his Frank Lucas element real quick. Eric Adams wilding out, man. He wilding out, man. He don't care no more, man. He don't care. Eric Adams like, I got 24 hours to be mayor. What do I do? They got me on the big screen and they straight lying. 24 hours to be mayor, about to deport these migrants. Gotta call up the border czar, pull up the car. Tren de Agua, tell Trump where they are. I got 24 hours to be mayor. Oh, man.
Fighting asylum seeker in New York City, someone who's doing the best they can to get ahead.
Yes.
All of that, sending their kids to school. Would you be scared about the prospect of the incoming administration?
Okay, two things. Your first part, I'm an American. Americans have certain rights. The Constitution is for Americans. And I'm not a person that snuck into this country. My ancestors have been here for a long time. And I don't know if that's your blouse is made of cotton, but they used to pick some of that. So what rights I have, the person that decides to shoot a police officer, they should not have those same rights. Okay, that's my position. And I look forward to hearing what is the idea of the borders are. I'm looking forward to that. I've said it over and over again. We need to fix the immigration problem in this city. The American people said that. I don't know if you really watched the election results. The president-elect had the popular vote, had the electoral vote. He was not indecisive on what his positions were. He was clear we need to secure our border and deal with the immigration issue. The American people heard it. They voted for it. I've said it before, over and over and over again. It didn't matter who was the president for me. I said the same thing. New York City should not be going through this. Chicago should not be going through this. Denver should not be going through this. The American people should not be going through this. And the migrants and asylum seekers should not be going through this. We're placing them in a position that is unfair and is inhumane. I cannot make it any clearer.
And on the second question, if you are a law-abiding migrant in New York City who is sending her kids to school and doing what they can to...
I'm telling y'all, man, this is what I'm telling you. Dude, Eric Adams, one of my favorite people to react to, man. He's so funny, man. Like, he be having me dying laughing. Shout out to my man AW1. I definitely appreciate it, bro. Make sure y'all show my man AW1 some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, some membership emoji in the chat for AW1 for funding the organization. Definitely appreciate it.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Definitely appreciate it.
To, create a better future for themselves. Would you be scared right now about the incoming administration?
I think they should do what we told them to do over and over again. If you need police services because you're a victim of a crime, call the police. If you need health care here in the city, go to the hospital and get the medical attention you need. If you have a child, place that child in school so that child can be educated. Our city services are open to all people who are in this city. That is what we do. That is what the law requires us to do under the current law. And I believe that's the purpose of sitting down, and I want to share my ideas with the incoming board of czars so I can hear his ideas. We don't know. All of us are speculating right now. This city is a city and nation of immigrants, as was pointed out earlier during COVID. They were in our streets. They were doing our job. They built our bridges. They've done all the things we needed in this city. And this is a sanctuary city. There's no getting away from that. And there are laws that are in place. And we're telling those law-abiding individuals that you just mentioned to use the city services that the law allows you to do.
Yeah, man, that was hilarious, man. I'm telling you, it's always entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It's always entertaining with Eric Adams, man. It's always entertaining. Whether he be doing the right thing or whether he be doing the wrong thing, what you gonna get, you gonna definitely you might get some irritation. You might be like, okay, you did it right this time, but you gonna always it's gonna always be entertaining. It's gonna always be entertaining. Yeah, he still got some Democrats in there with him. He still got some Democrat shit in him. You know what I'm saying? You know Big E. You know what I'm saying? He trying to play his chess moves. He trying to put the pieces on the board, son. You know what I'm saying? He trying to put the pieces on the board. You know what I'm saying? So as you guys can see here, the Daily News put out an article. Mayor Eric Adams open to deporting migrants accused of crimes, quote unquote, saying they don't have the same rights. I don't think that that's just a saying. I think that that's accurate. I don't think that they have the same rights. I don't think that they have the same rights. I think that because they're not citizens and we are citizens, there are different ways that people are dealt with. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Like, this is basic stuff, right? Mayor Adams said Tuesday that he is open to the possibility of deporting migrants charged, not just convicted with crimes, saying people who entered the country illegally aren't entitled to the same rights as citizens. Asked during a Tuesday press briefing, which we saw part of just now, about how his own legal situation affects his view on migrants, Adams, facing felony corruption and bribery charges in federal court, said the rights he has are not the same as someone who snuck into the country. And that is true. If that is a true statement, give me a thumbs up. If that is a false statement, give me a thumbs down. That's a true statement, right? That's a true statement. I am an American, Adams said. Americans have certain rights. The Constitution is for Americans. I am not a person that snuck into the country. What rights I have, the person that decides to shoot the police officer, they should not have the same rights, okay? That's my position. Regardless of immigration status, many of the rights in the Constitution, including due process and legal counsel, apply to everyone in the U.S. In deportation proceedings, those rights are more limited. There is no presumption of innocence, for example. I don't know why they was just up there like showing funky feet all in the camera too. Like, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Can we not do that, please? The debate around rights and deportation has recently intensified with the election of Donald Trump, who made curbing immigration a central theme of his campaign and has said he plans to undertake mass deportations. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many of you all feel that Trump made mass deportations and illegal immigration central to his campaign? Here's how I would interpret it. It would seem to me that there's a growing number of people in the United States who are not very happy with the situation, with the way tax dollars are being spent and immigration. Okay? I believe that Trump and his campaign team were a little bit more aware of that. They had their ears to the street more so to speak. And as a result of that, they were able to tap into what people feel are important needs and campaign to those needs, right? And get the votes. So I think that the American people actually made these issues the issues, and they were ignored by Kamala Harris and her campaign, and they were magnified and focused on by Trump. And that's one of the things that won him the election. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to my man, Black Free Thinker. What's good with it, bro? So now here it says, under current New York City sanctuary policies, local authorities are largely prevented from honoring ICE detainer requests, with some exemptions, including for those convicted of violent or serious crimes. Adams, who has frequently said he wants to see changes to the city sanctuary policies, told reporters that he is open to working with Trump's new border czar to set up a plan to deport those charged with crimes like shooting or grape. All right. And then he goes on, you know, you heard him say the era of cancel culture and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Then you got people slamming his position on here. Public advocate Jermaine Williams slammed the mayor's comments, saying that the denigrated immigrants and non-citizens as unworthy of basic rights. I don't think that's what was said, but okay. With the looming danger of the Trump presidency and the mayor choosing to mimic rather than condemn it, we have to stand together to defend New Yorkers who have little and ones who have less, Williams said. All right, so there's that. All right, so a lot of people are upset with Eric Adams and his change in position, and it's very interesting. And people should definitely take note, right? Take note of who those people are that have issues with the Eric Adams position change. All right.